out again. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you haven't, welcome to Camping Caledonia. We're a channel that does a bit of wild camping and other similar type of adventures. But anyway, I'm out in the Galloway Forest Park today. Had a wee bit of a paddle across Loch Doon to a camp, a chilled out camp. It's been a busy couple of weeks at work and all that since I've seen you last, so like I say, this one's going to be laid back. There's no 25-mile paddles today. There's about half an hour paddle across the loch. So thought I'd bring you along and we'll have a look at one of my tents. It's a tent you don't see much on YouTube, and I don't really know why, because I've been using it for about a year or so and I think it's a cracking tent. It's definitely a 3-season tent rather than 4-season. And it's kind of like a mash-up between the Naturehike VIK 1 and the Naturehike Cloud Peak 2. That's the Naturehike Nebula. Now you'll see what I mean by it's kind of like if the Cloud Peak 2 and the VIK 1 had a kid. It's kind of got that summery sort of light feeling of the VIK 1, but also the geodesic strong 2 doors, 2 vestibules style of the Cloud Peak 2. Yeah, like I say, I don't see it much on YouTube. I've seen a couple of reviews and whatnot, but really don't see it very much in use at all. Anyway, that's enough about the tent for now. I'm actually listening to the Scotland-Norway game, or Norway-Scotland game, Euro Championship qualifiers, so I'm going to go back and listen to that for a bit and I'll show you a wee bit more about the tent in a bit. I need to go and get some water as well. I know there's plenty of water in the loch, but there is a burn nearby, so I'll go and have a wee hunt for that after the football, and then after that we'll have a wee look inside the Naturehike Nebula. Drop a ram that I brought back from my holiday in March that I've been saving for a time just like this. So yeah, actually a plane just flew overhead. I'll put the footage up now. I don't know what plane it was. It was definitely like a vintage style plane. I want to say Flying Fortress or something like that, but I'm not very good at IDing planes, so I'll put the clip up now. See if anyone can ID what plane it was. Aye, so there might be a bit of a delay in me showing you the tent and that, because like I say, this was a chilled out camp, and you know, I am taking it easy, but I've also been listening to the football, and Scotland like a phoenix from the ashes. Is that the right thing? I think it is. But we're losing to Norway 1-0 and the last couple of minutes, 2 goals, 1-2-1, happy days, like. So yeah, I'm having a wee beer. What's this one? This is a Red Hook American Pale Ale thing. What is it? It's 4.8 ABV. I've got a wee selection of beers with me today as well. Aye. So I'll enjoy them. So it might be a wee while before I get to doing the work. do the work, showing you the tent and that, but like I say, can I go and see if I can find some water? I know that's ridiculous because there's a ton of water just right in front of me, but I always find that the water from a burn tastes a lot better than water from the loch. So anyway, here's to Kenny McLean and that that winning goal. Happy days, like. Yum 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 yum. Okay, cool, so I'll give you a wee tour of the camp before we get in depth about the tent. There's the boat. I will let it down later so it doesn't blow away. Put up this mini tarp because it was raining when I first arrived, so I needed to take a wee bit of shelter. So yeah, all good. Got the Trichology chair under there, you'll probably recognise it. Handy wee shelter there just in case it rains. Rain is forecast, but I've not seen much after that first initial shower. There's the tent. We'll have a look at that in a bit. What have we got down here? Oh, just lovely views. That's about it, you know. Oh no, hold on. Couple of beers chilling, can't be bad. Going to get some water. Right, well, I know the burns in this general direction, flows into the loch off these hills. That hill that you can see in the distance there, that's Corran of Portmark. If you watch my videos, you'll know the relevance of that particular hill. Stay tuned, and we'll be tackling it at some point. So it's dead boggy here, like, you know, it's not straightforward stuff, this. But yeah, that's Loch Doon. Not a bad spot. Right, I'm going to try and get away from the water a wee bit here. Oh. On the hunt for a burn. It's not easy, this. Paths. What are paths? Here we go. Can you hear that? It's the sound of running water coming off the hill. Oh, delighted with that, delighted with that. Be able to fill my wee bag with some fresh running water rather than standing water out the loch. I mean, the loch water's alright, but it's just nicer when it's fresh running off the hill. I've not had to come too far. Midges are a bit of a nightmare amongst these bloody bushes, like, you know, gee whiz. But anyway, I've just got a wee bit of heavy vegetation to battle through. Right, here we go. It is pretty dense of the vegetation. Right, what's the best way to go here? Oh, put my face through here. There we go. Fresh running water. Oh, this day is getting better and better. Definitely the way forward. Fresh running water rather than the loch water. Hell yeah. I know I'm supposed to be doing a sort of like tent review type thing on this video. That was my intention coming out, just to have a look at the Naturehike Nebula, which I must say is an absolutely cracking tent, especially for this time of year. I'll get to it, but I'm just too busy relaxing, other than my wee jaunt for water. That was a wee bit midgified in amongst those bushes. What can you do? This is absolutely fantastic. This is why I come camping, you know. It's chilling out. I was listening to the radio, listening to football, having a beer. This one's 7.2 heavy duty, that, like. But I'll manage it. I'll spin you around just so you can have a wee look. Look at that. What a place to listen to the football, come and chill out for a day. There's no telly, no screens here, and I've not been bored once the whole day. And this is exactly what it's all about. I'm sure you guys that tune into this, that go camping, know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a grounding. It definitely is a grounding. It's sort of like you're buzzing the whole time. Amazing. But anyway, I should probably do some more interesting stuff in the video other than me talking rubbish. So a couple of people asked me about my wee cook set and what was in it. I showed it on my Campsy Fells, like it's a 750 litre titanium pot, but yeah, I'll show you what's in it now. Yeah, so there's the wee cook set. It comes in a wee bag. Can't really remember where I got it from, but bog standard titanium pot. What have we got in there? Right, okay, so we've got these wee bad boys. Silicone things to grab hot stuff. Super handy. Weigh nothing. Lighter. Burny. Superb. And if that doesn't work, wee fire stick. Now, your camping aficionados will know exactly what that's all about. I don't use it very often. The lighter's always the way forward, but I always take it just in case the lighter dies on me, you know. Wee multi-tool. Same idea as the wee silicone grabbers. It's just let you pick up hot stuff without using your fingers. This is the handle for the pot, and then inside we've got the burner, Trangia burner. That's where you put your fuel in, set fire to it, cook stuff, put it there, and the wee crossbars, like, so what you do is you put them together like that, and you bob them on top of that Trangia burner, and then you can rest your pot on top of that, on top of the burner. The whole idea of this cook set is to keep everything as small as possible to fit in the bag, you know. And inside the pot, wee scrubber. Well, that's me just gonna have a wee bit of dinner. Noodles and beef jerky. Standard fare, you know. I don't eat it when I'm not camping. It's not like I'm addicted to noodles and beef jerky, but it's so good when you're camping. It's a good dose of food. So aye, I'll get you a wee spin around just so you can see how it's looking at the camp. No bad, eh? Got the wee lamp on the go there. I'm just enjoying a couple of beers now. I think the tent review thing's gone out the window a wee bit, like, but we'll pick it up in the morning, I think, before we head off. Just have a wee have a wee look at the Naturehike Nebula. I'm enjoying my beers far too much. Actually, I probably would have got some of it done, but my pal Dean and his good wife Katie and their kids give me a video call. It's unbelievable, there's no signal here, but yet they were able to video call me. Unreal. Anyway, I'm scooping a wee beer just now. You can see the last of the light there behind me. It's 20 past 11 or something like that at night, and I'm in my element, so we might have a wee I've not even opened the door of the tent yet. That's unreal. I've just had such a good day. I'm very lucky, I do realise that. Oh, that's another thing. No, we'll speak about it when we're back at the tent. Anyway, I'll see you inside. Take care. Slange. Well, we eventually made it inside the tent. Been trying to show you this tent all day, but other things have got in the way. Listening to the football was one of those things. It was absolutely brilliant. Can't believe it. Kenny McLean 2-1. There you go. Oh, delighted. But anyway, inside the tent, you can't really see much just now, so we'll not go into too much detail. But as I mentioned, this tent it just reminds me of, because I've got both tents, Cloud Peak 2, VIK 1. It's like a mash-up between the two. It's as if they had a child, and this is the child that it is. The Nebula is it's a quality tent. I mean, it's not new to me. I've had this tent for a year. I took it on my Dava walk. If you've not seen that video, it's worth a watch, I would say. You know, it's an epic. It's about an hour long, but yeah, I got about in it, and I took this tent the whole way, which shows that it's lightweight. It was about, I think it was about 30 miles or something, 40 kilometers, whatever. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Now, I'll show you all this in the morning, but it's like the Cloud Peak 2 because of its shape, geodesic structure, but it's lighter weight, and this inner is mainly mesh. So yeah, but I'll show you it in the morning. Anyway, I'm just gonna enjoy. You can probably hear the rain's pitter-pattering down outside, which is another one of my favourite things when I'm camping, is a wee bit of rain when you're inside the tent. But anyway, I'll leave this for now, and I'll catch up with you in the morning. Good morning. What is it now? That's just gone 6:15. Just woke up, slept right through. Very nice falling asleep to the rain, the sound of the rain on the tent, as you'll know. It's quite a nice sound. I'm going to get up and make myself a coffee and think about packing up and getting back across the loch and heading home. I suppose I'd better eventually get round to showing you about this tent. That was my intention all day yesterday, but with the football and other things, I never really seemed to get round to it. So yeah, let's have a look at the tent. I'll show you the inside for now. Right, so there's the porch area, vestibule area. You can see it's decent size, definitely big enough for me to use my burner. The two sides are exactly the same, both doors and both vestibules, same size, same setup. That's the sort of scene inside the tent. You can see the vent at the top through the outer and the inner. Now the inner is mainly mesh. Apart from this bit here, which runs right around, but like I say, it's mainly mesh right up the top. There's the other porch, and it's got quite funky little glow-in-the-dark zipper tags. But yeah, it's very similar in style on the inside to the Cloud Peak 2, and it's quite nice, airy, summery feeling colours. There's the bathtub. I'll put all the dimensions and materials up on the screen. You can see here that both the doors open right up, so you can see right the way through. That's different again from the Cloud Peak 2 and more akin to the VIK 1 design, that you're able to sort of roll both the doors back. When you're putting up, it's very much the same as both the VIK 1 and the Cloud Peak 2. You pop up the poles and then attach the outer to it with these little hooks. your usual Naturehike style. Again, like the Cloud Peak 2, it's got this kind of rain cover that goes over the top. Alright, so I've taken it off its hat, and you can see the similarities again with the Cloud Peak. It's obviously got the detachable hat for the tent with the mesh on the top for ventilation. Now there's a lot more mesh on this tent, and that theme continues on the interior as well. That's where it's kind of shaved off some weight. It's about 300 or so grams less than the Cloud Peak 2, but not an awful lot smaller. It's not as wide, but it's about the same height. Right, so it's got the 7001 aluminium poles, exactly the same as the Cloud Peak 2 and the VIK one, coming to that, but it's got this sort of cantilever style pole, smaller pole. The third pole, which obviously shaves weight off it compared to the Cloud Peak 2, and the hat just comes across the top and clips on here. So there's another difference, and that's quite akin again to the VIK one. What I was saying, it was like, this tent really is like if Cloud Peak 2 and the VIK one got it on and had a baby. So the door or opening of the tent is held in place just by a peg at the bottom there, and I'll just take this off. Once you close it down, done that a bit tight, all holds together like that, and you can obviously peg that side out as well if you want. But yeah, all in all, cracking tent. I'm surprised I don't see more of it on YouTube, especially at this time of year. Yeah, can't grumble at that. I think it's a good looking tent as well. Kind of blends into the background here. Aye, so that's it. That's the Naturehike Nebula. Not much of a tent reviewer, as you can probably tell. But I thought it was definitely worth having a look at it. It's a cracking tent. I mean, the living space of the Cloud Peak 2 and the weight of the Bobcat is exactly the same weight as the Bobcat, give or take a couple of grams. What I also used last night as well, I thought I'd mention, is sleeping bag that I got from Lidl for £20. Now it's not one that I'd use in the colder weather. I think anything below sort of like 8, 7 C, you'd be feeling the cold pretty much. But yeah, did me last night, and the good thing about it is it opens up all the way around, and it's a rectangular shape, so you can use it kind of like a quilt as well, so all good. So I've just packed the tent away. There's a 750ml water bottle there for scale. Packed the pole separately, so yeah, it packs down pretty well. Obviously got in a wee carry more bag, so that includes the ground sheet too. Well, that's everything packed away, the boat all pumped up and ready to go. It's just started spitting with rain. Don't think it'll come to much, but that's not too bad. I've only got like a half an hour, 25-minute paddle across the loch to the other side where the car is, so I think I'll leave this one here. Hopefully catch up with you before too long, hoping to get out in the next couple of weeks, so take care of each other and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers now.